Hello there. If you're done with AI art and create images, you run problem in this issue when image is too small. And it's understandable because it's worked by 512 by 12. You can increase, for example, Midjourney will give you about 2048 by 2048, but many services, for example, like Night Cafe, your maximum size is limited. You can have it only 869, and it's not even recommended. So majorities will be 512 by 512 or 640 by 640. Of course, you can upscale and do other tricks with images inside, but you find out yourself that you're kind of stuck with this resolution. You could locally install like this Stable Diffusion and go size you want it, for example 920 by 1080, but here's another problem. You will start run out of memory on your video card if you're using 8 GB. So I put it like 24 gig video card in my computer, and it's run fine on maximum resolution. And if you're interested, I have a video about upgrades and I'll test what I was running, but not everyone can do. So in this time we come to the upscaler which helping us, and I have some review interesting solution, like for example Gigapixels AI. I did review on this, and not just of this, I did review on upscalers, and this is one top of my list. But here's a things, it's render just one image. So what is happening when you want to rework on animations? And you can create animations right now again in your local machine, or you can go on your Google Colab and run from there and make animations. And I done several animations that way, and I'm continuing doing animations this way. But here's a little bit problem when you create animations. You don't want to create all these frames. The usual animations run 24 frames per second for the smooth animations. On the TV you have it US and AC standard, you have it 30, 29.97, you have it 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, so you have it all this different format. When you render on the Stable Diffusion, usually you put it smallest one to speed up, and in some cases 12 frames per second. And in some cases you also still restrict to the size of what you can do. Well, and I give a try to this, and surprisingly, it's performed very, very well. So let's go check how it does. I run this test, and you can see on the left side, it's a 12 frames per second square size, performing, actually maybe 2 by 3. On the right here, I run different tests with frame blending, speed up, and everything, how it's work. And you can see definitely different right here. Well, 12 frames per second, this one is slowing down to 24, because what I did, I says, okay, let's make frame interpolations. Well, frame interpolations will slow down, but let's go to our video and set to 24 frames per second. So what actually video AI with the password did it is add additional frames between each of them, but they're not just the blending frames. If we actually stop and look on each frame, you can see how they're modified. So it's no motion blur, no blending. It's a perfect frame between interpolations, between frames, to create additional frames. And I tried different ways. I tried to create with a slowdown, like actually this one, I think I did a slow motion 4 times on this from original image. And you can see how this one going. Nice things about slow down when you do with AI animations, you can create image that maybe run a little bit too fast, or you want save on the time. So you actually can create the keyframe almost, and allowed Topaz AI to create those between frames for animations and create very smooth and nice animations on the slow motion if you need it slow down a little bit, or with normal speed. So let's look on some tests that I was running, and you can confirm. This one is original. You can see it is how big it is. It's about 2 seconds. I think maybe it's about 2 seconds original animations. And this one I create with 31 seconds. So I interpolate, I extend image and other things. You can see with this interpolation sometimes you have this motion kind of weird because AI tried to figure out and create it. So we have effect. And what I find out, when you slow down quite a bit, like right here from 2 seconds to 31 seconds, so it need add all those frames, we start having this kind of weird artifacts. Maybe that will be okay if you had some organic like water, forest, slowdown will work. But in this case, I think it was a little bit. And by the way, this is a switch to 24 frames. So it's meaning it's already add beside stretch and add more frames. This one is add between frames. Okay, so let's go next one. I think it was slowed down by 4 times. And you can see it's going a little bit faster. So this is try to match original, but it's much less kind of juggling, I think. The changing shape, start to figure out because it's less frames, need to work on this. Okay, our next one, it's a 2 times. And definitely 2 times, it's meaning we insert about 4 frames or 3 frames between each one original frame right here. And again, you can see choppy a little bit original and it's going this way. Next, the test I was saying, okay, what about if we just don't have it any frame interpolations, but we'll just using 60 frames per second run this case. And you can see how smooth going. Look on this, 60 frames per second. Very smooth, nice interpolation. Again, it starts jumping around. So let's go ahead and just as example, we'll have it on this image and we'll don't use it any frame interpolations and we'll just switch to 24 frames. So our original video is run with the 12 frames per second. We'll use the gigapixels and we'll set 24 frames per second. And what we need to do, it's go and click preview. And you can see how fast instantly, look on this. Same speed as original. This is have a 12 frames, choppy look. And this is original look because we did not increase any time frame. So it's exactly the same, 2 seconds on both of them. And this is insert frame between, much smoother, without losing any distortion or anything. So I think to add that, definitely worth it to do this way. So it's meaning you can set 12 frames per second and after going to inside like gigapixels and add frames. And this is not just for AI animations, also in 3D you can save a lot of times, but rendering only 12 frames, half time at least you will save on this, probably more to render only 12 frames, go inside like gigapixels. And from my testing I found out that if you stretch a bit more, maybe 6 frames render and other ones, you will have it more distortions happening. So probably sweet spot, it's a doubling about for the videos. It's still working very well with this and perform very, very nice. But again, with the AI animations, because when we have it separations, when I run tests like on normal videos, you actually can slow down quite a bit. And I'll show in a second when we're done with this, what I do. But also notice, because we have it square, other things, options we can do, we can actually set properly aspect ratio. Like for example, right here you can see it, I think 2:3, and here we have it 16:9 ratio. So this is more as HD view. It does apply a couple ways. You can change this. You can crop and fill, it's what created here, or you can switch to, for example, letterbox, and it's just add sides. Okay, let's see how well perform. Again, it's increased to 24 frames per second right here from 12, but it actually did very good job. It should be very easy to crop, but again, it's not just cropping. Remember, it is a size, so it's a scale up, it's crop and everything. And I think the tool performed excellent, and it did very surprisingly very fast. It's taken a little bit time to download a model, specifically AI model, to work on this, but it's performed quite a bit fast after when it's rendered and everything done. Okay, so here's another way I'm using this AI, and AI art and animations very nice to do, but you also notice sometimes I experiment and try to produce like relaxation music video, everything. And one of the tests I was running, it is, can I take videos, beautiful videos, maybe from stock photos, stock videos, and use it? But the biggest problem there, they're short. They're about the 5-10 seconds. I need increase. So what I found, it's worked very, very good here. Again, this is 4K, so it's supporting. If we go to frame interpolations, and I'm going to like even 16, so it will be surprised how long it will be. So it's 41 seconds, but if we start doing this, it will actually create quite a bit longer stretch. It will go quite a bit smoother, but it is produced. So let me go ahead and change this to HD resolution, full HD from 4K, and it will run preview it. You can see little movement, slow. It's actually work very, very well, and we don't have any of this jiggering, because actually it's easy for Topaz AI to process this kind of more gradients, I found out, than a line art like what we had with animations before. But you can see right here, it's performed very well. Look how smooth running, and it's taken quite a bit time, so it's accelerated versus from the before. Okay, just example, if we go on none, okay, let's go speed right here. This is original speed about. It's still quite a bit slow, I think, going. And let's go to interpolation 16. Okay, run right there, and you can see how much slow it's. Well, it's 16 times slower going, so you have it a longer footage. And this is what I do. I find nice clips on a stock videos, then we can slow down them and create very, very beautiful relaxation, slow moving paced videos. Work very well. So overall, I want to say I was really impressed how this video AI work with the animations, with the AI animations, how it can slow down, rescale, everything. I definitely will run more tests, but I already produced quite a bit with this application, and I will put a link for you down below so you can go and check for yourself. They often have it on sale, and you can buy with a coupon, discount coupon if you find, or sales, and price can be anywhere from $200 to $199, but I think I paid about $125 with discount for this application. For me personally, it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth for you or not, but overall, it's excellent tool to have it another if you work with the AI animations or you want to do any other frame interpolations. Well, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully that provides some information for you and teach a little bit about tool. And if you have any questions, let me know. I will have a full review and how to use these applications later on. Right here is just a general overview tool that will help you to create. Okay, so this is kind of overview of the application, what it does. Let's go look closer to what buttons do and how the whole interface work, or what it's providing everything. So we'll see it's a very standard applications. We have it preview on the middle, we have it navigations kind of on the bottom, and options on the right. If we go in the file, you'll notice we have it import the close all sources. It will close all of the open video files. And also the preference is more important for us with processing. You can see I run on NVIDIA RTX 390. If you have it multiple cards, you can select also if you prefer to run on just GPU. Have it 100% of video, use it, and it's worth it in this case. Maximum processors, mine is Intel i9 with 6 physical cores, so, and 12 the virtual, so we'll select the 4 maximum cores. Can use it directly where you want it, output, also set up what type. And notice right here it support ProRes, which is very nice compression format for the professionals use, as well as different type movie. You can adjust your interface, or it can go with advanced optioning and all of that. So let's go next and edit. We have it any apply preset. For example, if I go around here and I have it my preset already, that, for example, relaxation videos, I want to run them on this interpolation speed, and I want with specific size, frame rate, so I can create my preset. And after this, just click down and select this way. Just make a little bit speed up stuff. Okay, we also have it in edit trim video if we need it, cut, and in just very basic video editing, because sometimes maybe you don't want to process all video with your speed, so don't spend time. In this case, you can do as well, specifically crop on a video. Mostly if you do like with 8 or 4K and you want down to HD resolution, then you can do this way. View, we can have it play, backward, fit right now, increase. You can also zoom in and out with your scroll button mouse if you need to do this. Single view or split view if you have it on the preview. Okay, in process, we have it our preview, open command all the way. All the stop navigation drop down buttons there have provided full access and all functionality of applications. You can also access them through the menu on the screen. The uploading, we can easily just drag and drop in an input or directly on the screen. It will open. Down below right here, you can see this is pre-render previews already created. They're not yet saved. They're pre-rendered previews. If you don't like it, you can go click on one and remove it, edit, copy settings, all this stuff, or close the video if you don't done. Anytime when you click on this and it's pre-rendered, you can see the animation is working. On our right side, we have it our preset that we can add new if you need it. And how I said before, it does helpful, so you don't need change anything. Next is resolution of the video is showing currently, and your set. So right here we have it our original resolution. It is a 3:2 ratios, but we also can change. We can upscale, and nice things about this, it's give it us format. So the standard HTC, NTC, PAL. We also have it normal, new HD, full resolution, and interpolated with 720, 4K, 8K. Or we can custom select any size, which is kind of good if you do like TikTok videos or other ones. You want to do vertical Instagram, so you can create your own preset, save it there, just name it, it's Instagram, and then it will crop it for you and do all the stuff. As well, we have all these different frames, included slow 120. You kind of don't type it because frame rate preset, but always what you notice, you have it your 24, you have it your NTC, you PAL, all these different frame rates, which is kind of, it's all what you needed. Stabilization, this is work perfectly if you have it unstabilized footage, like your camera is shaking. Actually, it's performed very nice. Removing rolling shutter kind of for the video people who kind of using some older cameras. When your shutter speed, you have lines going, so it will fix this. Reduce juggling, work perfectly. I mean, I love how the stabilization additional work to this. You probably won't use this majority when you do with AI or other footage. They will probably stabilize in most cases, but just in case if you needed some from your home video or whatever way you don't have footage, you can use that one. Majority will probably use it in AI. It will be video standard and frame interpolations. Frame interpolations, it's to take a first last frame and create a generating. It's not a frame blending. Again, it's a generating. It's with the algorithms putting frames between. You can have a different type of the algorithms. Chronofast, I like how it's worked very nice. You also can use it Apollo. The Chronos, I had sometimes problem depending on the footage. It's kind of does not perform well. But again, Apollo or Chronofast work just great for me. And of course, the slow motion, you can have it no or a none or up to 16 times slow. So it will mean if you have frame 1 and 2, it will insert the 16 frames between, or actually it's in the time, so it's insert one more. So if you get 1 second, it will have it 16 seconds. The footage will increase some. It's actually work very well. You also have it your enhancement, which is a progressive. In old TV, you usually have interlace, so it's meaning it will skip every other line in every frame. And right here, progressive, it will be sure every line is renewed. If you on all CRTs TV, which I don't know if somebody still have it, or all cameras. So usually now we don't use interlace anymore. Also, we have a different type of the model for this. AI use it, which is if you have a new model, don't use it. It will take originally a little bit time to download it, but after this will be on your machine and it will perform much faster. And additional parameters. So add noise. This is actually very nice if you want to create a film grain look. So you can actually go ahead and add a little bit noise to this. It will create kind of like almost TV, not as a clean. And it's some of perception of this. Okay, same things you can do with the grain. You can just click and add grain to your view, and we can actually, if we increase grain, it will be dot. Again, it's just simulation of the film. You don't necessarily need to do, but sometimes it's nice. And one thing, if you have it like compositing or have it two different footages, grain overlay over them will help blend them together. I know it's kind of strange, but it does. The grain will make footage with different resolution when they upscale, downscale, but you want them matched together. Grain will help kind of blend them together. It's something to do with our eyes perception. Okay, we have output settings, and right here you can see we have all these different type of the included your PhD with a PNG and TFF. Will put it in directory as single image file, so it's kind of nice. You can preview as you create it, or you can just create ProRes or other format directly output video. It's what I done usually. And we have it continuous MOV. It's for ProRes. If you select a little bit different, let's go with this one, you will have it options for the MP4 or other things. It depends on the compression. ProRes only MOV from Apple. And currently I don't have it any audio in the footage, but if you have it, you can also transcode other things. When you click the export, you'll notice you will bring a menu where you can just select and export. And also you have it options to export as override or with original names. On the bottom house, before you also have it all this access to the buttons, and also you can click on expand menu on each and work with the video. For example, copy settings. If you copy paste, you also can just close videos wherever you're done. Right here I've closed all of the videos and it's clean up your section. I mean, it's a very straightforward, very simple, but very functionally done application. So far from what I was using, I like it. And kind of, if you're interested, I recommend for you give it a try. I think it's have a free 30 days trial, and after this, if you like it, you can purchase. Personally, I do like how application works. It's why I purchase, and I think the MSRP it's $199. However, they often go on sales, and right now, just before Black Friday, probably it will go quite a bit nice on sales. And plus, you can find coupons available online. I paid about $125, I think, for my application here, but you can find for around that price, maybe a little bit cheaper sometimes or more. So overall, here's the application that I was thinking I'm excited to kind of share with you that what I'm using, and hopefully you find this useful as well for you as I found for myself. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with other people, help my channel grow. I will greatly appreciate it. It's big help for me when you do this. And hopefully you'll have a great, nice, creative time. And let me know if you need any help. Thanks.